Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am planning the week of August 22nd through the 28th in my Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, and I am using the Scribble Prints Co. April 22 Mystery Kit, which is this like mermaidy beachy theme spread, and I thought it would be perfect for the week that I was at a conference, and the conference was like marine, well, not marine, I should say aquatic themed. It was a fisheries conference for work, or rather school. And I thought this would be perfect because it does relate to the ocean, even though originally I wanted to use like a Pacific Northwest themed kit because the conference was in Spokane. But I did have a lot of trouble finding one, and I just wanted to make sure that I used what I had. So I thought this kit would work really well, and I'm so glad with the way it turned out. Originally I was a little, I don't know what the right word is, annoyed, I guess, I don't know, questioning my choice in foil just because I knew I wanted holo, and well, okay, I should say I knew I wanted this like seashells mermaid theme one from Press. I just didn't know what foil color I wanted, and I thought that rose would have been too, like, I didn't want to bring out the pinks. I kind of wanted to bring out the other colors in the full boxes, so that's why I went with sparkly holo. But when I got it, I forgot that Press has like chunkier sparkly holo than Scribble Prints Co does, and I wanted it to be more of like a dainty spread, and the chunky holo was not dainty at all. But in once everything was laid down, I think it's perfect. You don't even notice how chunky the foil is, and I think everything looks really good. So I'm really happy with the way that the spread turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, just because I usually do get caught up just because of the speed that I have the Plan With Me going. I usually get caught up, so let's get started. So if you watched my Plan With Me from last week, you would know that I already arrived in Spokane. So the Monday started with the conference. So we had a meet and greet breakfast. I forgot like what special occasion it was. I think it was for minorities at the conference, I believe. I can't remember. And since I was a volunteer, we were invited to attend to like kind of welcome. I don't know. I can't remember what the meet and greet breakfast was. All I remember is that they had good food. And then after the breakfast, I basically had to run to my friend's talk because the breakfast ended at like 9 or something, and her talk was at like 9:05 or something. So I had to run to make her talk, which I did. I arrived like when she was just introducing herself, so I was a tad late, but not terribly. And then after her talk, I had to volunteer because when you volunteer at these conferences as a student, you usually get some sort of reimbursement, whether that's like an actual check, which in this case at this conference it was an actual check, which was nice, which is why I was volunteering, just for some extra cash. But at other conferences, like the one I'm going to as I'm recording this next week, we get our registration fee reimbursed, so which is really nice. So either way, as a student, you do have opportunities to kind of alleviate the costs of attending conferences, which is always appreciated. So I volunteered, and then I talked on the phone with Colton a little bit. We had the poster exhibition, which I didn't have a poster. One of my friends did, so I went to go support her and also to see the other posters at the conference as well. And then that evening I was just a little bit wiped because conferences are kind of a lot of energy, at least for me. So I just finished the evening by reading. Moving on to Tuesday, it was the plenary talk, which is like one of the themed talks that kind of like everyone goes to. There's nothing else scheduled during that talk, so it's kind of like the main thing of the day. And then I had lunch at P.F. Chang's. Well, technically I didn't eat there, I got it for pickup, but I had P.F. Chang's for lunch basically. And then the quiz bowl, which from at least the two conferences that I've been to, there's usually been a student quiz bowl. So what happens is different teams form either from the same school, or if you want to be a part of the quiz bowl but don't really have that many students from your school, you can be like on a miscellaneous team, I guess. And it's basically just a trivia theme, trivia game type thing where you just compete with random knowledge about the conference. So, again, because I was a volunteer, or actually, no, the volunteer was separate. I also was part of the student planning committee. So since I was part of that, I helped to run the quiz bowl. So yeah, that was that. It went great. And then after that, we had the student professional mixer, which again, I helped to run, even though once it was going, we didn't really have to do much. So I more or less participated in it, but I did help plan it in a way. And at the quiz, or at the mixer, there was a table for puzzles, so I just worked on that because I really do like puzzles. Wednesday, I slept in a little bit, did a little bit of work and practice for my talk, which I had at one of the sessions, which it went well. I'm happy it's over. I hate public speaking. And then after my talk, we had the grand networking event, which is like the closeout of the conference. And then my friends and I went to a speakeasy called Cease and Desist, which is behind, like, since it's a speakeasy, it's a little bit hidden, and like the way the shop or the bar looks on the outside is a closed bookshop, but then one of the bookshelves opens up as a door and there's a whole bar behind it, which is really cool. And then on Thursday, I kind of had a chill morning. I didn't really mark anything before. My friend and I went to Jimmy John's for lunch. I did a little bit more work, watched some YouTube, talked to Colton, and then I can't remember what part of the conference was this day because we left on Friday, but I think the conference technically closed out on Wednesday, or maybe there were talks Thursday morning that I just didn't attend because I was just too tired. Either way, for dinner, since we were all leaving the next day, we had dinner at the Gilded Unicorn, which was really nice. Went to Emma Rue's, which I believe is a wine bar from what I remember, which was really nice. Spent the evening packing up, saying goodbye to friends because they were all leaving a lot earlier than I was. So I was able to sleep in on Friday, which was nice. But when I got to the airport, my flight was basically delayed 1,000,001 times. So I spent the entire day at the airport. I somehow made my connecting flight, although I think from what I remember, I just had a long layover to begin with. So because the connection was less than, or the layover was greater than the time that the flight was delayed. Really roundabout way of explaining it. I ended up making my flight okay. And then, or actually I had 2 flights again because of connecting. I just had McDonald's for dinner in between the 2 flights. Saturday morning, woke up, unpacked. We ran a few errands. Colton and I had a date night, and then we played a game. It's called Seen It. It's like a DVD movies type game, like a Trivial Pursuit, but focused on movies, which was really fun. And then I watched Pride and Prejudice afterwards. I love Pride and Prejudice, my favorite movie. Moving on to Sunday, we went to the ranch in the morning. I came back, and then I had book club with my family, Skyped my parents like I usually do every Sunday, and because my mom is part of the book club, we kind of just do them back to back. I filmed a few videos because I missed a whole week because of the conference. I was kind of catching up on that filming. And then in the evening, we watched Only Murders in the Building, which is the TV show that Colton, his mom, and I watch as it airs. Even though as the time I'm doing this voiceover, it's in between seasons 2 and 3, but when it's airing live on Hulu, we watch it. So here is everything that I have left over from the kit, and as you can see, I do have quite a bit left over. I do save some of it I just donate because I know I won't use again. And that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.